Hi guys, we're back. Having cut the butter in. Again, this turned out to be 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, mixed brown and white, about a 1/4 teaspoon plus of salt, and 1 cup of butter. That's about 2 sticks. It's about 1 cup, and 2 sticks is 1 cup, about that much. There it is. I'll work it a little bit, tiny bit more on the way into the pan. Here we have really good, oh boy, they're good, blueberries fresh, 4 cups. This size of box was 2 cups, so 2 of these guys. So 4 cups. 1/2 cup of sugar, and they're calling for lemon juice in it. I'm thinking lime. I've got one open. I like lime. You don't really have to do anything but a little of that. Some 1/2 a lime. You can see something like that. And then they're calling for cornstarch. The reason they're calling for cornstarch is that the fruit will start cooking and the juices will come out and then it'll be kind of liquidy. Now, in the case of blueberries, you have some natural pectin in there, and so it will have a natural kind of setup quality with the pectin. So, because I don't really want to use cornstarch, because I don't. I still want to use something, because sometimes it's a little juicier, especially with a fresh one. And my options here are this wonderful stuff. It's called xanthan gum, and they use it in keto baking all the time. Kind of fun. Or I could put flour in, which is like old-fashioned. The old-fashioned pies all had like a tablespoon of flour. So what I'm going to do here is calling for a tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm going to put in like, that's about a teaspoon. Actually, no, it's that. Okay, and maybe a teaspoon or so, maybe 2 of just regular flour, whatever flour you got. Some people use tapioca for this, I noticed. Flour is the old-fashioned kind, that should be plenty. Plus the flour from the bottom and top are going to get into that middle part anyway a bit. So, you know, get it all mixed. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, they're so good. So, this, if you test the berries first, you'll know whether 1/2 cup for that much, once you've done a test. That should be perfect, actually. Here's your giant ha-ha pan and your favorite cooking oil. It doesn't get old. Okay, I'm just saying, we may have to turn it off for incoming. Okay, so now we've got this big bowl, and then they mostly suggest 1/2 top, 1/2 bottom. I don't want to separate it out, so like I'm just going to make it 1/2 like that, and see how this other 1/2 works on the bottom. Okay, that's pretty good. Now what I used to do in the day is when you're doing your baking for 50, these kinds of things are great. It's all one pan, you know. 4. And there we go. And like what I'm going to do here is press it in. This, not too hard though. You want a little something for the berries to work with. Okay. I put my finger in. It looks like it's about 1/4 inch thick. I'd say. That's pretty good. Now, depending on the filling, sometimes I pre-cook just this bit for a few minutes. In this case, I'm not going to. I'm just going to let those blueberries in. There's a potential it'll be a little bit soggier on the bottom. We'll see. This is why, like I don't want to do that. So what I'll take the risk. So I'm going to put these guys on here. Blueberries are not an extremely juicy fruit. It's not like putting peaches or something. Oh, God. Great, look at the blue. Okay, so I mean the team will probably forgive me if the bottom is a little soft. Now, if it were me, I might just leave it at that. But we'll go in ahead. See how pretty that is? And then you'll have some peeking through. On the other hand, it'll probably peek through anyway. We'll show you that before we... But see, if you do like this, you can kind of get it even there. I wouldn't go for like totally full coverage on this, unlike an apple crisp where, in my experience, it sort of likes a full-on top. It's almost like having a closure. So the apples have like all that like inside room to be hot and bake. This will probably be plenty of baking without too much of a top and closure. I'm only taking time here because it's so greasy. Okay, now, let's see. Where I shot off from this said 40 minutes-ish. Oh, that's probably enough. I'm going to go for 45 on this guy. There we are in magic oven, 350 degrees for 45 minutes. And should you decide to come back, we will tell you how that went. And we'll be working on how the ice cream tastes as soon as we can. Thank you for coming.